So I feel like our first round series against the Clippers could pretty much be summed up in this one dunk here by Emmanuel Mudiay, just destroying their entire dreams. And while that may have not put the game away on the scoreboard, I would say it was this pass here from Thad Young to Thon Maker. That Mudiay dunk pretty much told the Clippers, y'all ain't got a chance. And we're on to the second round, which is of course what you have to do to go on to win an NBA championship, of course. But it's safe to say that the intensity is going to get ratcheted up a little bit here, because here come the San Antonio Spurs. Tim Duncan's not here anymore, but LaMarcus Aldridge, Kawhi Leonard, shout out to Cole Aldridge for being a starter. And in our first meeting against the Spurs, I experimented with a larger lineup, having Nurkic and Thon Maker out there at the same time. We may end up going to that, but also in our matchups against the Spurs, we realized they're the frickin' Spurs, okay? We had games against the Suns and other teams towards the top of the conference. I didn't have a great impression of those guys after facing them. San Antonio, we split the season series with these guys 1-1, or at least the games that we actually played. But even then, it was not easy. I mean, in Denver, we really went to the one matchup we have the advantage of, which is the point guard one with Mudiay over Tony Parker. But then we went back to San Antonio. Spurs made adjustments, alright? Greg Popovich is still the evil genius. Shout out to Arios. They were able to stop what was working before. And while this is 2K, and I wouldn't give 2K all the credit in the world when it comes to their X's and O's execution, I still feel like the ambiance of the Spurs will be enough for them to say, yeah, we're going to kind of figure out how to beat you a little bit in this series. Do I think we're going to win this in 5 games? I don't know. It would be awesome, but I think this is going to be a bit more difficult than the Clippers. As you can see, I mean, of course, the Spurs, they beat us in San Antonio. I have some matchup questions. Maybe we have to go big. Can Thad Young defend LaMarcus Aldridge? Can any of us defend Kawhi Leonard? Can Kawhi defend Mudiay? These are all questions that are going to be answered. And my fears of Thad Young defending LA are shown pretty early as he hits the turnaround jumper. Look, Thad Young's a good dude, but if you're too short, you're just kind of too short, and that's the one thing that we sacrifice with him being at the power forward position. So, I mean, now speaking of Thad Young, the question is, can they defend him as well? But we might have to go to Yusuf Nurkic at that power forward spot to give us 2 legit big men against LaMarcus Aldridge. Maybe we don't have to. We'll just see how it goes. But early on, I did all this setting up for the Spurs, and now we're up 12-2. Well, this is awkward. I'm setting these guys up to be like the ultimate obstacle we have to go through, and okay, that makes a bit more sense. Mudiay misses a layup with Tony Parker defending him, and then Kawhi shows up. That's good, because depending on what team you're playing in 2K, like the backup shooting guard will be the reason you lose. It feels good knowing that Kawhi is the guy I gotta defend against. Or maybe it's a bad thing, I don't know. Boris Diaw had to troll me with that shot. And in case you thought the Spurs were actually gonna be easy, yeah. We struggled on offense a bit. Mudiay's not having a good first quarter. They score there, and guess what? This is only 2 points. Okay, the Spurs are not going to panic. They're not going to be like the Clippers and look to Chris Paul for answers. Like, the Spurs are fine, okay? Not to mention that Kawhi Leonard is so emotionless, and he's their star player. Even if they do get down, they're good. Speaking of Kawhi, he scores there. He's going to be a problem, man. He's already got 12 points on a good percentage. Like, I'll just be real, I don't know if I can play Gallinari in the series. If Gallinari ends up on Kawhi, we pretty much don't have a chance there. Mudiay dunks that one. He finally woke up a little bit, that's good. The Marcus Smart play, always there for Mudiay. That's always in my back pocket. That's my cheese play. I try not to go to it too much, but sometimes you have to. And then sometimes Mudiay just says, everybody get the hell up out of the way. Alright, to quote Charles Barkley, get the hell up out of the way, give me the ball, let me go to work. 6-point lead. Mudiay just got to hurt his feelings there. Was that necessary? Not really, but with the way full court shots happen in this game, maybe so. 6-point game into the third quarter. But what I was saying is that we're pretty much always going to need either Justin Anderson or KJ McDaniels in there at all times to defend Kawhi Leonard. And then I say that and we kind of leave Danny Green wide open. But with Gallinari, Gary Harris, I don't know if these guys can defend Kawhi. But while Mudiay didn't have the greatest first half in the world, it was still pretty decent. while he didn't have the greatest first half, the second half kind of balled out a little bit. I started to realize maybe these guys can't defend him. I just had to run a pick and roll. I got Kawhi in the pick and roll, and he looked like every other defender that we face. Moutier made Kevin Martin's feelings hurt. Kevin Martin still in the NBA, good for him. But don't get too happy because it always comes back to Kawhi. The guy has no emotion, has no idea what's going on. He's just like, well, I guess I'm going to score here. Oh, you have the ball, let me steal it from you. And let me allow Tony Parker to steal my dreams as he makes it a tie game. Oh, the frickin' Spurs. What else did you expect from these guys? But hey, you want to make it to the NBA Finals or even just the Conference Finals, win some games? This is a responsibility you got. You got to go through these guys because the Spurs are going to be here for the next 40 frickin' years because the basketball gods love them. And I ain't mad at that. But I am mad at this offensive possession I went with because I understand that Moutier has been effective posting up on Tony Parker, but the pick and roll was working. I don't really know what I was doing there. And then Kawhi has the ball again. And if you think I ain't terrified, well, that's why I am. Frickin' Kawhi. This guy makes it, he gives them a 1-point lead with like 2.5 minutes left in the fourth. Are you scared? Because I'm scared. We're going to have to put the clamps and then some on him for the future games, but we can still win this one, and we got it right here, and oh my god. Did Kawhi just screw me over on defense too? And now LaMarcus Aldridge the foul. Oh boy. Those basketball gods I was just talking about, they're telling me right now, y'all got a little bit more work to do, okay? Yeah, you beat the Clippers. Way to go. Who hasn't beaten them in the postseason? The Spurs, on the other hand, y'all gotta come correct, okay? Because just a few small mistakes could be the difference. Now let me just dunk on Kawhi right quick. That felt good. Let me just dunk on him real quick. Tell him that you can't just hit a three-pointer and then block a guy when he goes to dunk the ball to give me a 1-point lead. Now I don't know if we need to go big with Thon Maker and Nurkic, but we need one big dude on LaMarcus Aldridge. Thad Young ain't gonna cut it on him no more. That 3-point play, giving them a 4-point lead in this game one. You can't have a guy, what's Thad Young, 6'9" tops? He can't be on LaMarcus Aldridge no more. But we still have some sort of a chance. I need Moutier going to the basket. Okay, they can't stop the Moutier pick and roll either, which is good to know. But now it's the free throw game, and Kawhi the troll, as he has been this game, and he's probably going to be the rest of the series, he proceeds to hit a lot of damn free throws. I call a lot of damn timeouts, and I actually run like a Brad Stevens-esque play out of a timeout here. That's actually beautiful. I took off like a 1 second out of that. But then, once again, Kawhi the frickin' troll. Okay, just goes to the line, hits both free throws, and guess what, boys? We're down 1-0, unless I hit a 4-point shot. We're down 1-0 to the Spurs. Isn't this great? We go and beat the Clippers. We think we're on easy street. We run into the guys who have like 9 million postseason victories, and they kind of kick us in our mouth a little bit. But this is what you got to do. You got to deal with the fact that Kawhi is going to score 41 points and be a lockdown defender. Now the postseason's officially begun, in my opinion.